it's Shamian Ao here. Today, I will be speaking about the various stakeholders or parties that are relevant in the realm of data privacy law. Number one, the organization. This is the entity that processes personal data. Depending on the processing activity in question, the organization which collects personal data may not be the entity that uses it or discloses it, or be somehow subject to the specific provisions of the law. Sometimes the law distinguishes between an organization that is a controller versus an organization that is a processor, and this is usually context specific. Also, the terminology might differ. A data processor is sometimes synonymous with a data intermediary, and in India, a controller has been coined as a data fiduciary. With regards to cross-border transfers, an organization could be an exporter or an importer, or a recipient, as in the case of data sharing, or both. Number two, a data subject. This is the individual whose personal data is processed. However, this may not always be the same person who gives their consent. It is entirely possible for a data subject to be acting on behalf of others or purporting to do so. And clearly, this has implications for organizations that do not deal directly with all data subjects. For instance, if consent is to be relied upon as a legal basis for processing, then the processes for obtaining that consent will need to be properly considered and operationalized, together with those processes that deal with data subject rights. Data subjects are conferred a spectrum of rights under data privacy laws, from being third-party beneficiaries to cross-border data transfer contracts, to having the right to lodge complaints with a regulatory authority or to bring lawsuits in the courts for contraventions. Number three, a regulator or a supervisory authority. This is the government body that administers or enforces the law. Occasionally, these authorities have audit rights, a right to register and/or approve filings, require the provision of information, and/or conduct an investigation, including search and seizure and dawn raids. Number four, there may be other players in the ecosystem, including consent managers, as in India, outsourced data protection offices, etc. If you need help navigating or understanding or managing any of your relationships with these stakeholders, do feel free to reach out, as I would love to help.